there, it's Sydney with Tastefully Frugal, and today we're going to be talking all about Starcraft's ElectraFoil. Now, if you haven't heard of this HTV product, definitely stick around because it is quickly becoming one of my favorite materials to use. It's so easy to use, and the way your projects look with it is just amazing. If you've used other types of foil iron-on before or foil HTV, the Starcraft foil works a little bit different. And I'm actually not a huge fan of some of the other brands, foil, HTV, or iron-on. And I think that's probably why I waited so long to try this, is because I'm always nervous when it comes to working with foil HTV. It's hard to get that perfect shimmer without having the wrinkles or having it look ruined. So I was a little bit nervous when it comes to working with this, but the Starcraft ElectraFoil is so easy to use, and the results really are amazing. I bought these two colors a few weeks back when they went on sale. So today we're going to be working with, this is the purple holographic rainbow, and then just the rainbow. And I will definitely be ordering more colors because it's just such a fun product to work with, and I'm always amazed at what the projects look like when they're done. They have 143 vinyl is where I get my ElectraFoil from, and they have tons and tons of colors and designs. So they have solid colors, they have other holographic designs, other holographic rainbow designs, they have animal prints, they even have tie-dye. I think that's going to be my next one to try, are the tie-dye colors, because they look really, really cool. And this material, when you're applying it, you do need to have an adhesive. So this isn't so much like the other brands of iron-on foil. This is more like adhesive foil, where you need to have an adhesive. You use this on your materials, you heat it up, and then you put the foil on top and press it. So think of like the Heidi Swap mink machines. That's a mouthful. It's the same thing, but with HTV. I've actually heard that you can use this with laser printers and a laminator. So that's going to be my next thing to try. But you can get all of the supplies you need from 143 vinyl. I've linked everything in the description of this video. The adhesive you can get in either 12 by 12 sheets, or you can get it in a 5-yard roll. I definitely suggest getting the 5-yard roll because all of the foil rolls come in 25 feet. So it's not like you could buy just a 12-inch piece of foil. So invest in getting the whole roll of adhesive, because believe me, you will be hooked after your first project. And I'm going to use a variety of different materials, different blanks, as well as we're going to be using a couple different heat sources to apply the foil. We're going to be using the 12 by 10 Easy Press 2, we're going to use Easy Press Mini, and then we're also going to use the Starcraft Mint heat press. So I'll go over how to do, like, what you need to do with each of these heat sources when we're working on that. We're going to do the same time or the same temperature setting for all of them. Everything, the adhesive and the foil, gets pressed at 305 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to do it a little bit longer on the Easy Press and the Easy Press Mini, just because it doesn't have the pressure of the heat press. And then I'm going to show you some projects that I made that I messed up on, and show you the mistakes that I made so that you don't make those same mistakes. But let's go ahead and jump on in and get started. I have linked everything that I'm using today in the description of this video, and there's a discount code in there as well that you can use at 143 vinyl to save some money on the foils, as well as everything else that is on the website. So let's go ahead and start cutting our designs.
So you can use either the light grip mat like I have here, or the standard grip mat when cutting on your Cricut, and then make sure that you have the shiny side down on your mat. You want that frosted side up, and then just place it at the top of your mat. I've used the Cricut paper trimmer to cut the pieces down to size. And then you'll just load that mat into your Cricut machine, press the flashing button as usual to load it, and then the flashing C button to start cutting. I tried a few different settings for this. This isn't the Caesar EasyWeed product, just like the other EasyWeed materials, and it worked great on the everyday iron-on setting. I did have one design that it cut kind of all the way through, but it wasn't a big issue, so you might want to just change the pressure to light. And then you're going to just weed your design. You'll see here that I am using the stab and grab tweezers, and I absolutely love using these tweezers when it comes to intricate designs like these mandalas or anything where there's small pieces. these work great. They're super sharp. It's easy to get pieces up, and then you can use the tweezer part to get those small pieces like we have right here, those super teeny tiny pieces. These tweezers work great for. So I did link the tweezers in the description for the video as well. If you're looking for something extra to add to the cart to get free shipping, I definitely recommend getting a pair of these tweezers. And this Easy Weed adhesive is very easy to weed. It's in the name, but it is a really easy product to weed. All right, now once we have all of our designs weeded, we are going to preheat our Easy Press. We're just going to hit the temperature setting and we'll press the up button to 305. And then I'm leaving the time at 30 seconds. Like I said, I want to heat it a little bit longer. We're not going to do the full 30 seconds, but just setting the timer at 30 seconds. You want to preheat your shirt before you put your adhesive down. And then I like to measure my designs for shirts. If they're shirts, like toddler shirts or kids shirts, adult shirts, I measure it 3 fingers from the collar. Onesies, I do 2 fingers. And then just line it up and preheat that adhesive. When I'm using the heat press, I'm doing it for 5 seconds. I did it for about 15 seconds here just to make sure it was on good. Again, the Easy presses just don't have the same pressure that the clamshell or the swing away heat presses have. Once your adhesive is down, you'll peel the backing away when it's warm and then measure your foil to size so that it covers it. Make sure you don't have your foil touching that adhesive though, because it's still hot and it will stick. But cut your foil off once it's at size, and then just make sure that it's fully covering everywhere on the adhesive. If there's any of that adhesive not covered by foil, obviously you won't get the color transfer. And then just go ahead and press it for 15 seconds. With both the Easy Press 2 here and the Easy Press Mini, I'll show you in a second, I did them for about 20 seconds and I didn't see any trouble with that.
Okay, let's go over a few tips to make sure once you get your foil on your shirt, you get the best results. First tip, you need to make sure that that foil is 100% cool. Not just warm, kind of cool to the touch. It needs to be 100% cool. So you want to wait for five or so minutes. If you want to speed up the process, there's a couple things you can do. You can always put your shirt or whatever you're pressing on a wall or a window, or if you have granite countertops, you can do that. However, here in Arizona, it's 118 degrees outside, so there's not really anything that's cool in the house. So I'm just going to take the time to let these projects completely cool before I peel the foil away. With the adhesive, that is a hot peel, so you can just peel that as you saw when I did the shirt. Just peel it as soon as it's done. But the foil, 100% let that cool before you peel it. Also, I'll show you in just a second. Rip the foil off like a band-aid. You don't have to do it slow, just rip it off to get the best results. You'll see it here in all the projects that I do. Another tip that you'll see when you are working with the heat press, not so much with the Easy Press and the Easy Press Mini, because you have that the Easy Press mat underneath it, but when you're working with the heat press and you have bags or onesies, you want to put a pressing pillow inside of it just to make sure that the fabric that you're pressing on is raised up from the seams. This is really important when you're working with onesies and you have like those buttons. I got a pack, so 143 Vinyl sells pressing pillows. I also got a pack, I had like 5 or 6 different pressing pillows from Amazon. I really like these two are the ones that I use. This one is great for onesies because it's small and you can fit it in there. But use a pressing pillow, whether you're working with this adhesive foil or any other HTV when you're working with a heat press. That way you can make sure that the heat is going just into the part of the fabric that you have the HTV or the foil on. You want to make sure that that is getting the full pressure, the full heat, and not being held up by buttons or seams or things like that. So let's go ahead and do the reveal of the shirt, and then I will show you a few more projects.
All right, and like I said, just like a band-aid, rip it off, and there you have it. All right, this project I was really nervous to do because I'd never seen foil used on wood before. So this is just a wood board from the Target Dollar Spot. I preheated it, cleaned it with a lint roller, preheated it with the Easy Press Mini, and then I am going to put the adhesive on. This is where I think I made the mistake. I'm pretty sure that I added a little bit too much heat, or not too much heat, I just heated up a little bit too long with the adhesive here. You'll see why in just a second. But you'll just want to move your easy press around constantly to get that adhesive fully adhered to the board, and then you're going to have your piece of foil cut down, press it down, and then as you press it, you can see that design starting to come through. Again, I think I did a little bit too much time here. I just wanted to make sure that the foil was fully on there. Next time, I will probably only do about 15 seconds. I think I did a total of 30 seconds here. And let me show you what it looks like. So it still looks really cool, right? But you have that foil transfer up at the top and a little bit at the bottom. So it still turned out super great on the wood. I am going to get more signs to try that. Next, let's use the heat press. And let me show you how easy it is to preheat or to set up the StarCraft heat press. First of all, you want to set the temperature. We're going to just hold the down arrow till we get to 305. The temperature is the first setting. Then hit set again to change the time. We're going to put that down to 15. And then we want it Fahrenheit, and then hit set again, and it will it'll start preheating. I only put the handle down so I could show you how to preheat it or how to set the things. Always, always, always store your heat presses with that handle up. Once your heat press is heated, we are going to do the onesie first. Like I said, I'm putting that pressing pillow into the onesie to make sure that the buttons and the seams don't interfere with the full heat getting to that center of the onesie where we're going to have the design. So you want to put your heating or your pressing pillow into the onesie, line it up, and then go ahead and then just preheat it for about 5 seconds. Once it's preheated, then you'll want to line up your Easy Weed adhesive, just like we did with the last 2 projects on there. You can see I'm only doing 2 fingers with this design instead of the 3 fingers. With onesies, you want the design to be a little bit closer to the collar than you do with the shirts for the older kids and adults. So we're just lining it up on there, making sure it's centered, and then with the easy press, or not the easy press, the heat press that we're using, only heat the adhesive for 5 seconds. So you're still going to do the foil for 15 seconds, but do 5 seconds for the adhesive. Once you've done your 5-second adhesive, this video slowed down a bit. I don't know what happened there. But once it's heated, the adhesive is heated, lift up the handle and remove that backing. Again, with the adhesive, you want to remove it hot. Foil you remove cold, but the adhesive, always remove that backer when it is hot. Then just take your piece of foil that you have cut down to size, place it on top of the adhesive, put it back to the middle of the heat press, and press for 15 seconds. When you use the StarCraft heat press, as soon as that handle goes all the way down, the timer starts. So you don't have to push any buttons to go or anything like that. It is ready to go when that handle goes down. So we just have a few more seconds and then we can take a look at the reveal of this onesie. I think this is such a fun design for rainbow babies, or to make for after a child loss, or really, I mean, any baby, but I have a rainbow baby and she holds a special spot in my heart. Let's take a look at this reveal. And how pretty is that? I absolutely love the shimmer this has. Look how just smooth that is. I know it kind of gets blurred. There we go. Let's see if we can get it in focus. Just how smooth that color is. Next, let's go ahead and do a canvas tote bag. I got this from 143 Vinyl as well. I linked it in the description of the video. But I am putting another pressing pillow in there to make sure that the seams on the handles don't interfere with the adhesive or the foil. This is a larger design, so you want to make sure that A, it's centered, but B, that the design is not, or that the pressing pillow is fully under the design. If it's not, you might have some at the edges that don't get a full press. So you can see here that I'm feeling to make sure that that pillow is in there right, and just move it around if you need to, but make sure that all 4 corners are of the design have that pressing pillow underneath it. Then you'll just remove the adhesive again. You can see how it goes from clear, and then on the black you can't really see it as much as you can. Well, I guess you could see it more on the black than you can the white. But then we're going to just lay that adhesive down and press again for 15 seconds. you guys know the process by now, but this tote bag turned out really cool. I think that this is my favorite design of the ones that I did. I'm ripping it off like a band-aid. And what's cool with this is the texture of that tote bag kind of came through on the foil. So it looks a little bit distressed. It's still super shiny, but you have a little bit, looks a little bit distressed because of the texture from the canvas tote bag. It's really, really cool. I wish you could see it a little bit better in person. I'm going to do a slider in the bit to show you. All right, next project, we are doing a burlap gift bag. So I've already put the adhesive down on this since you know how to do that, and we are just pressing the foil. This is the purple rainbow foil, and if you have a mermaid lover in the house, this is the perfect HTV product for any mermaid project. It is just absolutely beautiful. This was another one that I was worried about because of the texture of that tote bag, if it was actually going to work with the foil. But as you can see here, it worked beautifully. It's a smooth finish. Look at that, just all the different colors. And do you see how smooth it is? I'm just like, that is the biggest thing to me, is how smooth this electrofoil is compared to other adhesive foils I've used. Last but not least, I'm doing a sublimation pillow. I used the Cricut Easy Press mat in this pillow, and this is 100% polyester. I'm still using the same time, the 5-second adhesive and the 15-second for the foil, and the same temperature at 305. So we have that adhesive on there. Now we're going to line up. Also, you'll see a spot on here that was on my Easy Press pillow. So make sure, or my Easy Press mat, make sure that your mat or your pillows are clean when you are putting them in your materials to be pressed, or if there is any stains on them, they can come through because it is such high heat, it will come through. But I don't think it ruined the design. You can still see it a little bit, but this looks really, really cool. This is on my daughter's bed right now, and she is obsessed with it. She's asking, my other 18-month-old is asking for a pillow like this for herself too. But there you have it. Whether you're doing onesies, canvas tote bags, wood signs, burlap gift bags, shirts, pillows, all of it works great with electrofoil.
Okay, are you as amazed as I am at the results of this electrofoil? I just can't get over how smooth everything looks. Even, you know, the materials that are a little bit rougher, like the canvas tote and that burlap tote bag, they show the texture in it, but it's still a smooth look. I've never had these results with other foil HTVs before. So I cannot wait to craft more, make more projects with the electrofoil. My daughter has already claimed the little fairy pillow. My son is so excited to wear the Be Kind shirt. And I'm going to head to Target right after this to pick up some more signs from the dollar spot so I can try to make that ampersand sign again without the color on the side. So let me know in the comments if there's any questions that you have, if there's any blanks or types of material that you would like to see electrofoil in. And if you like this video, I'd love to have you give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to Tastefully Frugal for more Cricut tips, tricks, and tutorials. Have a great day.